What is up, my dudes? We're back at it again, and I'm excited to say we got some upgrades coming. So I've been wanting a little bit more power out of this thing, and I made a poll on Instagram whether to go boost or get some cams and a better header, and you guys voted. Everyone that follows me voted. Well, not everyone, but most of y'all. And you voted for boost. Now I understand why people want me to go boost. I mean, turbo, you can make way more power. And I don't know. I decided not to go boost for a couple of reasons, okay? So first reason, whoops, my camera was in activity mode. But anyways, so the first reason why I'm not going boost yet, I don't want to blow it. Now I understand that as long as I'm conservative with the timing, I won't blow it. But also, because I just want to see where I can get with basically in like an OEM bottom end, basically. I mean, it's got PR3 pistons, compression's like 11:1, but I want to see how far I can get. With boost comes braking stuff, so this will be a little bit more reliable. And I'm gonna try and get into the 1250 bracket. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I might run faster than 1250. I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. I got a few parts and a couple parts in preparation for boost when I do go boost later in the year, hopefully. Maybe early next year. But I just want to do this, see how this goes, and see what kind of power we can make. See maybe if we can crest that 200 wheel on pump gas. I definitely will be going E85 just for the simple fact that I can make more power and it's a little bit safer. Not like 11:1 on pump gas is gonna hurt anything, but it's the chance, and I don't like chances. I'd rather, you know, keep it reliable. So we're gonna do a little bit of an unboxing here, and we'll see what I got in store, what I got ready to go on today, what we're gonna be doing, and in the next few videos, what we're gonna get the car ready for. I am going to try and get back to the dyno. I'm going to do a couple dyno tests, actually. Once I show you all the parts, you'll know what I'm doing. But so there will be multiple videos, dyno testing, seeing how we can make more power, seeing our strengths, and seeing what is keeping us from making power. So all in the name of science. It's gonna be a lot of fun, so stick around and keep a lookout, and we're gonna get this thing going. All right, guys, so first and foremost, I'm gonna show you the thing I'm most excited about. These bad boys. This is a set of Skunk2 Pro2 camshafts. With the size of my motor being only a 1.7, these should, I'm gonna say I should be able to rev to 10. I don't know where I'm gonna make power. Currently my power peaks at 8,000. With these cams, I'm thinking power is gonna peak around 9,200, which gives me revability 210 on the strip. So I'm really excited about these. I understand that my motor is very small for these cams. I may not make any more torque. I may lose a foot-pound of torque or so. We'll see when dyno time comes. But if I can make a few more foot-pounds of torque and the more revving capabilities with these cams to hold power, I'm thinking we could possibly make 200 wheel horsepower or 190 plus range. These cams on Skunk2's site, they say a plus 20 to 25 horsepower. So if we say at worst on their scale 20 horsepower, that's 198 wheel horsepower out of a 1.7. That's amazing. So what we're gonna do is try and get close to the 200 wheel mark. So that's these bad boys. Chopsticks. Also, to get these cams aligned perfectly, I recently purchased, just got here today, a camshaft degree kit which we'll be doing in this video. We're going to install the cams and degree them. And I'm just going to get them dialed in on the street. I'm not really going to touch the timing. I actually might dial it back just so it's safe until we get to the dyno. With all the corona shit going on, I'm not sure when we will actually get to the dyno, but hopefully we can get there sometime soon, or like, I don't know, a private day or something like that. I don't know. But we got the degree kit ready to go. We got the 3 dial gauges, the mount kit, the 2 VTech locking pins, and it comes with very soft springs, so you can put them in and do it with the head on, I guess. But we're gonna just leave what's in there and just put in the locking pins, and we'll dial it in like that. I'm really stoked, dude. These cams, dude, I rev to 92 or 9100 right now, so revving to like 10 and making power up there, it's gonna be ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, this box, this is kind of how we're preparing for boost a little bit. This is a True Benz full 3-inch exhaust. This is meant to be slip fit and clamped. Comes with all the pipes, all the hangers, but what we got instead are V-band. V-band are just so nice. They're so quick and easy to go together. I'm gonna show you real quick just how nice these are. I mean, most of you probably know how these work. They're like compression fit. So basically, there's a male male with a lip and a female with a cutout, and when they're mated together, they seal. The clamp then squeezes them together. Perfect for like boost applications where there's a lot of pressure in the exhaust, or easy on, easy off applications. These are gonna make this thing so nice, so easy to put on, so easy to take off. I'm stoked about these. This is a really good part. They're vibrant. Part number is 1491. It's a 3-inch V-band kit. So I'm stoked about these. Never had V-band on anything, and these seem to be really good quality. So on to the next part of this unboxing. Probably the most prized possession that I have currently, other than the camshafts, is this header. It's a 4-to-1. Very good flow out the gate. It should make for should help me gain horsepower. It has a 3-inch V-band collector going out, and it has a megaphone collector for megaphone collectors help with scavenging and high RPM power. So what we're going to do on the dyno is I'm going to degree the cams, and I'm going to install them. Run them on the dyno with the ITR header. At the dyno, we are going to swap manifolds to this one and see if we can make any more or any less horsepower. See if we pick up, see if we lose, find our weaknesses, find our strengths, see if this helps at all. I do want to run this. It looks better in my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of like the chrome look. I have a buddy, if you guys follow Justin Goodell on Instagram or YouTube, he has a YouTube channel as well. He Cerakoted his turbo manifold, exhaust housing, downpipe, wastegate pipe, and it looks really good. It's like this pearlescent beige color, and it looks fantastic. So I'm going to actually get him to sandblast this and coat it, and it's gonna look so good. It's gonna look so mean. Can't wait. But yeah, we're going to dyno with the ITR header, throw this bad boy on, see if we gain, see if we lose. Hopefully we gain, because that's what we're trying to do, is gain, and see where we're at with these cams. Now, the exhaust piping is just straight pipe. So I didn't pick up a muffler at all. I got 2 vibrant resonators. I have a vibrant resonator on this car right now. That's all that's on it. There is no muffler with the open mid pipe, and it just has a certain tone to it. And I want to keep that tone, so I decided to go with a 3-inch in and out vibrant resonator. That's beautiful. But one will go underneath the car here, and then one will go at the back as the muffler. It is very small, but I don't need a big muffler. I want some noise. I want it to sound aggressive. Hopefully it's not too raspy because there's no muffler. Mufflers are usually a little bit bigger. They have more deadening to them. But seeing how it's going to be a 3-inch, I'm hoping that it's just deep all around. I know it's gonna have that vibrant noise. You know what I'm talking about. If you know vibrant on a Honda, you know what I'm talking about. That vibrant noise. So we're gonna get, once we get the header on, we're gonna mock up the exhaust, get the V-bands on, put both the resonators in, and the exhaust will basically be set. Oh, I forgot to mention, to install that header, we have to move the radiator over because it comes right out. If you know CRX and B series in a CRX, there's no room at all. Stock ITR header comes straight down, and this one comes straight out basically. So there is no room for the header to be. So we have to slide the radiator over and cock it at an angle just so that we can have room enough for the header. I also picked up a new wideband sensor as well because mine's dead. I don't know, maybe it's just how I have it hooked up. I have it, it's going through ignition power through the radio. That's just where I got my ignition signal from. I'm not sure if that's good or bad for the sensor, like the longevity of the sensor, because I've gone through a sensor a year. I don't know if that's good, I don't know if that's bad. This is my first car with a wideband. But I have gone through one wideband sensor a year. The current one is kaput, is dead. So I picked this one up. This is a 4.9. It's a, I think it's an eBay brand, to be honest. We have to even see if it works. It was only $31. So we're taking a chance on it. If it works, cool, I'll buy it again. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna get the Bosch LSU 49 that PLX recommends. It's $92. Accuracy of the wideband is key. So if this isn't very accurate, our engine running is not going to be very well. So we'll see how this one works. I'm going to actually put this in after we degree the cams because that one's crap. And I need to tune the fuel map for the cams so that it's not choppy or anything. If I put these cams in and I go and try to run it, it's going to be lean everywhere. I want to get that taken care of so we're not knocking, detonating, you know, doing any of that bad stuff we don't want to happen. So those are all our parts, and we are going to get started tearing this baby apart and getting the cams in and degreed. All right, to start the cam degreeing process, we need to get the wheel off, which I already did. We have to take the valve cover off, cams out, we have to get the cam gears off, crank pulley off. I'm gonna have to drop my traction bar because I believe I'm gonna try and degree this while it's in the car, which is gonna be difficult. I understand, and you should definitely do it while it's outside the car, but I'm gonna try and do it while it's in the car. So I need to drop the arm, I believe, because the the degree wheel, I think, is going to be in the way. So, pull the pulley, get the degree wheel set up, pull the cams, get all this shit taken out, put the cam gears onto the new cams, and get ready to set up the dial gauges and the degree wheel. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up and ready, and then we'll catch back up. All right, guys, so cams are out. Timing's all off. Everything is ready to start digging into the head. Now to get this cam degreeing start, we actually, before we even start that, to be honest, I have to pull out the rocker arm rod and pull it all the way out so that I can change the stock LMAs to the Skunk2 ones, because these ones won't handle the amount of lift that the Skunk2 cams provide. So I have to get these two dowels out right here, pull those out. The rods will then be able to come out here. So I'm gonna have to undo the mount, unbolt it from the block, and jack up the side of the motor so that I can get these two rods out. With those out, I'll be able to change the LMA and also install the VTEC locker. I'm only going to have two of them, one for intake, one for exhaust. I only need to install it on the cylinder 1 because that's what we're going to go off of. So I'm going to install that into there, and then we can get to assembling it to degree the camshafts. So I'm going to go ahead and start unbolting the mount, jack up the motor on this side, and get the radius rods out and the LMAs in. Alright, so I already cracked this one loose. We have to get this one out as well as this one over here so that we can push the rod. We can actually push the intake that way. Doesn't really matter though. I'm just going to jack up the motor and push them both this way. So we're going to go ahead and break this one loose quick. Hopefully the GoPro doesn't fall over. Nice. And then third one on the other one on the intake side. Break this one loose. It is a pretty messy job, but it's worth it in the end. Once everything is degreed and timed up, we're singing 10K. It'll be worth it. Alright, so jacking the motor up so that I can get these rods out. See how far we have to go up. That should be good enough. Hopefully. Hopefully. We'll see. It's tweaking the mount, but it shouldn't be hurting anything. If you just take a ratchet and just push it in, it should push it right through. Like so. And as I pull these out, I'm going to set these aside so I don't get them mixed up. And then I can put the lost motion assemblies in. Now we can go ahead and pull out the LMAs. Alright, these are simple. Bloop. And that's done. Alright, now with those out, we can take these VTEC locking pins and insert them into the rockers so that VTEC is locked, and therefore we'll be able to measure the VTEC cam so we can degree them. Alright, we got our VTEC locking pin in there. We got our LMA in. Gonna set this baby down inside there. Slide our rod back in. Boom, done. And then we can put the rest of them in. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm going to get them all back in, get these out, and put the VTEC locking pin in, and then we can set the lash to 0 and start degrading the camshafts. Okay, so 100% just figured out that I can push the shafts this way. So yeah, I don't know. The hole looked so small I didn't realize it, but yeah, so I'm gonna get them all over, get the LMAs in there, get the locking pin in there, and then we can get on to degreeing them. Alright, let's get these bad boys open. This is the intake. This box is just so nice. Skunk2 Racing, yeah boy. Comes with Skunk2 Racing sticker and the cam card. We'll need this for when we degree them. So it tells us how the clearance needs to be measured. It says measure at the valve tip, not at the cam onto the rocker arm. And it also gives us the intake opening at 40 thousandths, exhaust opening at 40 thousandths. So yeah, with this information we'll be able to find the center line, and we'll be able to degree them in. So let's see what we can do. We can get these cams on the cam gears. Chopsticks. Ooh, man, can you see how aggressive that cam lobe is? Look at that, fucking steep. And it'll be spinning this way so it's smooth, and then boop, closed. And I cannot wait to run these.
Alright, boom. There we go. The wood key in that joint. Oh, it's tight. Snug. Nice. Okay. Boom.
Now they say with some aftermarket cam gears you need to use different bolts, but these are, the face of this is doesn't stick out that far, so there's a lot of threads to go in. So we'll be fine. Gucci, I'm gonna get the other cam done and then we'll put them in, torque it down, start to green them. Alright guys, so check this the fuck out. The goddamn degree kit didn't come with a fucking wheel. How the fuck am I supposed to degree anything without a fucking wheel? And second off, this is supposed to fit inside this hole, and guess what it don't do? It don't fit. Well, this is postponed. Please excuse my bitching. I just wanted to get this thing done today. I wanted to get it back together. I wanted to drive it. I just wanted to drive the bitch home. But I just contacted the seller. We'll see if we get a wheel. I literally got everything else except the wheel. Maybe I dropped it in my house. I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe they didn't send it. So this, I don't know, we'll wait for the wheel. Hopefully it's not too long. I wanted to get this done today, now I gotta wait a couple days. Like I said, please excuse my bitching, but you know, when you want to get something done, you just want to get it the fuck done. So but yeah, we'll catch back up whenever it's time. We back. It's been a fucking week, but we back. Got the degree wheel in earlier today. So we are going to start getting this thing timed, guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna bore you with talking. Let's get to it. All right, let's get these babies in there. All right, got it all lubed up. Let's set in the intake cam. All right, now we have the cams in and torqued. We have the dial gauge ready to be set up. All right, I'm gonna make sure the bottom end is on top dead center. Throw the belt on. Then we can set up our degree wheel and start degreeing these babies. Alright, so I have the timing degree wheel on. The cam timing is zeroed out. I have all of my gauges on 0 for the big hand because that's the one that moves the quickest. Now first step of business is find top dead center. Once we find top dead center, everything else basically falls into place. Top dead center will be basically when this one will fix this one, but right now it's zeroed out. But wherever this has its max movement, that is top dead center. So once we have that set, we can go through it all. And I turned it back a little bit. I'm gonna start turning it forward till we get to our highest. Run that back. And that's top dead center. Loosen our adjustment. Set that to 0. And then we'll readjust our degree wheel down there so that the pointer is, I'll move 0 to the pointer, which right now it's about 13.5 degrees off. I know you guys can't see it, but yeah, it's about 13.5 degrees off. So I'm going to loosen the bolt, turn the plate till it's at 0, and then tighten the bolt back up. All right, our gauge is set to 0, zeroed out. Top dead center, I know it's hard to see, but the pointer is at 0 degrees. So that's top dead center, true top dead center. And you can see, if you can see the cam dots are not perfectly lined up. So you could say that these aren't that, I mean, they're gonna be accurate as they are, but sometimes these cams don't find true top dead center. So this is true top dead center. The degrees lined, the wheels lined up. We have our marker in place. So first order of business, per the cam, we start with the intake because that's the one that will open up first because of the rotation. So exhaust at 40 degrees, at 40 thousandths lift, opening should start at 62 BDC before bottom dead center. So we're gonna check that one real quick. All right, from where we started here, it went 40 thousandths, 10, 20, 30, 40 thousandths. And it's hard to see, sorry about this, whatever though. The cam timing says 59 degrees before bottom dead center. Now we have to reach 62 degrees before bottom dead center. That's when it should open. So it's opening too late. So that means the camshaft has to be advanced. Next we'll look for peak lift and then closing. All right, so these are our findings. At 40 thousandths, our exhaust camshaft is supposed to open at 62 degrees before bottom dead center. It opens at 58. The peak center line is supposed to be 106 before top dead center, and it's 102. And the closing should be 30 degrees after top dead center, and it's 34. So looks to me like the exhaust camshaft needs to be advanced 4 degrees. Now each line on the cam, which is hard to see, each line is actually 2 degrees, so 2 lines is 4 degrees. So now we're going to check our intake cam and see where that's at. Okay, now as much of knowledgeable as this is, I would love to show you guys, but I kept getting confused, so I did some research and here's what I found. Okay, so there's an equation. It goes the intake opening plus exhaust closing plus 180 degrees gets you a number. Now you divide that number by 2, and then you take away the before or after top dead center. You want to try and get back to top dead center. So intake opening at 40 thousandths with the cams in this factory location. It opened at 36 degrees before top dead center, and it should open at 32. And then the intake closed at 49 degrees after bottom dead center, and it should close at 48. So opening plus closing plus 180 divided by 2, then take away the before top dead center or after top dead center, and gets me 96.5 degrees. The center line is supposed to be 98. So if the center line is 96.5 degrees after top dead center, and it's supposed to happen later at 98 degrees after top dead center, you want to retard the cam timing by that degree. So 96.5 to 98 is 1.5 degrees. So I have to retard my intake cam by 1.5 degrees. And then for the exhaust, I got 58 degrees, exhaust opening 58 degrees before bottom dead center. It should open at 32. The exhaust closing was 34 degrees after top dead center, and it was supposed to, exhaust opening at 62 degrees before bottom dead center, but I got 58. And then I got exhaust closing at 34 degrees after top dead center, and it's supposed to be 30 degrees after top dead center. So the math, 58 plus 34 plus 180, that gets me 272. And then 272 divided by 2 is 136. 136 minus the top dead center after or before, so minus 34, and that gets me an intake center line of 102. The intake center line for the exhaust camshaft should be 106, so it should be happening 106 degrees before top dead center, and it's happening too late at 102, which means that I have to advance the cam 4 degrees, the exhaust cam. So exhaust cam will be advanced 4 degrees, and the intake cam will be retarded 1.5 degrees. Now, I don't think I want to add any more overlap. No, I didn't clay the engine, obviously, so I don't know piston to valve and piston to piston. Piston to valve and valve to piston. Oh my god. Piston to valve and valve to valve clearance. I don't know them. So I don't think I'm going to add in any more duration or overlap, because I don't want the valves to come in contact. If anything, I'll move both of the cams together at the same degree to try and get maybe a little bit more low end, or see if we can pick up or something to power. But I don't want the valves coming in contact with each other. I don't want them coming in contact with the piston either, but I'm going to take it off. I'm going to take off the, since I know how much I have to retard or advance the cams by, I can basically take everything apart, take the tools out, and I'm going to turn it over slowly and check and look through with a flashlight and see if I can see what the valve to valve looks like, because I'm more concerned about that. I'm not really too concerned about piston to valve, because turning it over I didn't feel anything, so I feel like I'm clear there, but I guess we'll see. Right, it's kind of hard to see, but I retarded the intake cam 1.5 degrees and advanced the exhaust cam 4 degrees. That's what we came up with our degreeing checks and shit like that. So it should be good to go. I am just going to take the locking pins out, slap it all back together, and then we'll get a first start. Alrighty guys, I'm about ready for that first start. She's all back together, looking good. So for this, I'm going to just start it up and let it idle until it warms up. I have to set the cam timing, the ignition timing, and I can't do that until it's warm. I can do that after it's warm, but I'm gonna wait till it warms up. Listen to the idles, listen to hear if it sounds choppy at all. But yeah, everything's back together. I did the valve adjustment as well, so that's done. And she's ready to go. Hopefully in the future I can relocate my battery, because not very much of an eyesore to me, but I can have a straighter path for the intake, which will give me better results than having to fight around curves, but it's whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna set you guys up and get this first start going and see what happens. All right, I got the laptop out. I'm gonna cut fuel, get some oil primed, and then go for the crank. Need the keys. Let's see what happens. Check for fuel leaks real quick, just to be safe. The Gucci, prime it with oil. I'll go for the fire. Alright, cutting the fuel injectors now. You ready? Sounds pretty good. my headlight rattles. It's idling. I mean, it's still warming up, so. I still haven't changed the wideband yet. I'm going to be putting that in. I just wanted to see if it would start, how it's going to sound when it idles. And then to actually dial in the tuning, I'll stick in the other new wideband and see if it works, because it is an eBay unit, and then we'll go from there. But yo, she's running. I can't wait to see what power we make with these cams. I mean, I'm hoping it's in the fucking 200 wheel range. 195 plus, it'd be nice. I do apologize ahead of time, well, actually after the fact, that I didn't go in more depth on cam degreeing. I know how to do it, but this is my actual first time, and it's harder to do while it's in the car. So I will make another tutorial video probably whenever I dial in I'm going to be building a B20V for my buddy for his street car. So if he provides a set of cams, we'll degree them. While the engine is on the engine stand. That way it's a lot easier for you guys to get a feel on what's going on. You can see it better. I don't have to worry about space, none of that. So I will have another video for the cam degreeing whenever we degree his cams, if he provides a set. Where we might go with stock B17 cams for now, but if we do get a aftermarket set of cams, I'll degree them on video, or I'll have a how-to for degreeing them. But that's it for this one, guys. I'm gonna take her out for a spin. And then the next video you will see will probably be some point of view POV style tuning on the street, and getting these cams kind of dialed in before we get to the dyno. I'm dialing back the timing and just gonna get the fuel right, and we're gonna see what happens. So stay tuned, guys, and deuces.